great job. Couldn't do it without you. And just looking forward to see what she's able to accomplish. She's got a ton of potential. Now is the time to... Hey, hold on, I'm just posting something, letting people know. See if it goes through. What's up, everyone? Why is this not loading? What a day. What it's still loading. A day. Congrats to Exceptionalism. We're almost there. That was her first I'm going to have to keep my phone open so I can see when it hits 100K. We're not there yet. I don't think we've hit it yet, right? What are we at right now? To her and the team, especially Mark. You guys are doing a great job. Don't mind me talking in the background. I'm loading up. I'm not feeling amazing yet. We're going to talk about it. We're going to catch up on some things. 99.9. No, really? 99.9? Subscribers on my personal YouTube channel. This will be the second YouTube channel that we hit 100,000 subscribers on. This is the channel that I post Detective Perspective on. So it's huge. I wanted to be here with you guys when we hit it. Be there with you when we hit it. How's everyone doing? Listen, this was not planned. So I'm going to eat some pizza on here with you. So grab a snack, whatever. We can shoot the shit. We can talk. There's nothing specific. We're not, no case updates or anything. Just kind of winging it with you. I'm just trying to upload. Oh, here we go. Add to your story. That's what I was trying to do. Let me see. There we go. I got it. All right. So we're not, I don't think we're there yet. Like you guys were saying. So yeah, I wanted to hop on and obviously say thank you. There's only a couple hundred people in here right now, so it's the perfect time. And I'm going to say this like a million times. Yeah, I'm still sick. We're going to talk about it. Because it's been a struggle. As it is, I'm going to record a new episode of Detective Perspective tomorrow because I just can't wait anymore. But I am trying to get better. It's not like I'm not. I just finished steroids. I finished steroids and antibiotic. I'm doing the nasal rinse. I bought those breath strips. I've done everything. I have a chest x-ray tomorrow because I did have pneumonia. I didn't tell you guys, but the last episode you saw, I had pneumonia in that episode. I still think I have it. So I'm going back for a chest x-ray tomorrow to kind of figure out what's going on because I'm sleeping. I'm doing everything I have to do, but just can't get there. So I basically said, fuck it. I'm going to record through it anyways. But it is what it is. I feel good enough to do those things, but yeah, I'm trying to get back to where I need to be because it is a fucking struggle with it right now. It really is. But yeah, so I thought originally that it was just like the nasal spray use, but it wasn't. I had a sinus infection and they put me on amoxicillin for that. I took that for 5 days. My ears were completely clogged. My nose was clogged, obviously. And so I went back to the doctor and they put me on a Z-Pack, an inhaler, which I have right here, Ventrol or whatever it is. And also, I can't remember the box. Let me tell you here. If you guys really give a shit. And they put me on this stuff. And that was for 7 or maybe that's the Z-Pack. Maybe the other thing was the steroid. It was a steroid or whatever. And so I did that. I did it and you can hear it. You can still hear it and this ear is still clogged. And I have a cough and there's a lot coming up. So I'm going to go in for a chest x-ray because they did say I had pneumonia and, it should have knocked it out, but it seems like it didn't. So we're kind of just going through it. And on top of that, if you're following me on social media, I just traveled to Atlanta to film something really, really, really cool that ties in directly with detective perspective. All I'm going to say is we're having an impact. That's all I'm going to say. I actually, I don't know how much I've talked about this, but I have 2 hernias and I was supposed to go have those surgeries on April 6th. But because of this opportunity and the fact that I wasn't feeling great, I pushed it off to May 6th. So now I really got to try to get better because I need to go have those surgeries because I've been pushing them off for like 6 months. I actually had the hernia. I found it or felt it on Traitors. So I'm basically fucking dying. If it comes right down to it, I'm basically dying. Like 40 hit and my body's just breaking down on me. I actually, other than that, feel pretty good. But yeah, and I have like all my family and friends like killing me because they're like, you need to like relax. I'm like, well, the profession that I'm in, when I don't record or do what I'm supposed to do, there's nothing out there, right? And this is how I make a living too. So it's like, imagine like you guys out there who have like a 9 to 5, can you just say I'm gonna just sit at home for 3 weeks and not work? It doesn't work like that. I'm going to be alive. I mean, I don't feel like I'm getting worse. I just don't feel like I'm getting better, which is frustrating. It's just like in between. It's crazy. But I'm also doing the Sudafed, and I'm doing Sudafed over like behind the counter now, not the over the counter. From what I was told, the over the counter sucks. So I'm not doing that anymore. But yeah, I definitely wanted to hop on here and be with you guys when we hit it. You know, it's a big milestone because, you know, Crime Weekly, we're over 300,000, but to be candid, that channel was started with Stephanie, who is a huge YouTuber. Like, she's about to hit 1 million subscribers. So there's no doubt like her impact and her influence was a major contributor to that channel's growth. And, you know, I started my channel, which is technically called Derrick Levasseur, like we didn't have many subscribers. I want to say under 10,000. And we've been consistent over the last 1.5 years, almost 2 years, posting a video almost every single week. And we're doing it with cases that don't necessarily drive engagement, right? Because there's no resolution and not all of them are big cases. Most of them are not. And if there's one thing you know, is that if you really want to grow your YouTube channel and you want to grow your podcast, cover cases like Karen Reed or OJ Simpson or Casey Anthony, because those cases are what people are searching. So I made a conscious effort when I started this channel to do it for the right reasons, to kind of be my way of giving back, knowing that it was going to be a battle, knowing that it was going to be a slow burn. And here we are about to hit 100K, about to get our second plaque. So I'm pretty fucking pumped, if I'm being honest. And I know it's like so cliche to be like, oh, you know, I couldn't be here without you guys. Literally could not be here without you guys. I can put out videos, but if you don't watch them or you don't subscribe, I don't get there. So it's completely on you. And I couldn't, I can't thank you guys enough. I really, really can't. It means the world to me. So thank you. And I know it means the world to the families that get to hear their cases on the show and they get to see the feedback. I get responses from them all the time. Our most latest video, Oakley Carlson, you saw Jamie Joe in the comments. I mean, it's fucking incredible. And I think we can kind of force the true crime world, including television, to cover these types of cases if people are watching them. And to that point, this project that I just worked on, you're going to see that I'm fucking right. And it's because of you guys. You'll see. And it's coming soon. If I'm right, it'll be by the end of the month. So when you realize like, oh, why is this kid pushing off his surgery? When they announce what it is and you see what it is, you'll understand why. You'll still probably be mad at me that I pushed off the surgery, but if you guys know me, and I think most of you know me by now, you're going to be like, yeah, if knowing Derrick, as soon as that call came in, there was no fucking shot of him not doing it. Try some Mucinex. I tried it. I fucking tried it. The daytime and nighttime. Surgery from hernia. I have an inguinal hernia. I told you, this is just a straight up like us just shooting the shit. I have an inguinal hernia in my groin, which I won't show you right here, but you guys know where it is. And I have an umbilical hernia in near my like belly button. The inguinal hernia hurts. It's been hurting since Traitors. So I need to get that surgery because anybody who's familiar with it, it can get incarcerated and you technically can die from it. I'm not going to, but it can be really dangerous. But only if that's like a really extreme circumstance. But the hernia, a hernia is basically a hole in your abdomen. It's small, which is even more dangerous because it's easier for your intestine to get trapped. Yes, Jacqueline Levine, subscribe right now if you're not, please. I'm looking right now, I'm at 99,967. I'm not going anywhere for a little bit. And I know I'm like shooting the shit with you. If you guys are cool with it, I'm sure you guys are. I got like a pizza and stuff here. I just got home, but I wanted to be on with you guys. So I'm kind of just going to chill and hang out and answer your questions. I know I'm talking a lot right now, but like I haven't done this in a long time, partially because I've just been so busy and I have had some everyday life hiccups like you guys have. So a lot has transpired. Traitors happened. Crime Weekly's still going. My horse just won today. That was pretty cool. So yeah, like a lot of things, Criminal Coffee's doing its thing. We've had a lot of merch drops. I have a detective. Oh, let me go grab this real quick. Stand by. You can look at Mason. For you guys who've been with me for a long time, Mason. He's no longer with us, but that's my first son right there. My boy. I'll be right back. All right, I give up. I feel weird having dead air here. I have a Detective Perspective t-shirt that we dropped. I have one. Haven't promoted it at all. It's been out for a while. But I can't find it. It's got to be in a pile of clothes somewhere. So I'm not going to make you guys wait too long. But I'll have it at some point. You can ask me legal questions as long as you know the disclaimer. I'm not a lawyer. And it's not, it's my personal opinion. It's not professional advice. So, by all means, consult with your local attorney or law enforcement in your state to make sure that you're abiding by whatever laws, are required in your state that you live in. So, yeah. What's the next case you're going to work on? So the case we have coming up, it's a great question. I'll tell you right now because I have two. I'm going to tell you both. Stand by. I apologize for the sniffing. There's nothing I can do about it. We've already established that. Okay, so the next one coming out this week, and it's coming out late, but it's coming out this week. Mostly because I didn't want to also step on Oakley's case because that came out late. So I didn't want to step on that one, which is why I delayed this one. And I'm going to record this. So this week will be Kelly Dove, and next week will be Brittany Phillips. Those two are ready to go. They're ready to go. Kelly Dove and Brittany Phillips. Oh, thanks, Britt. Appreciate that, Britt Black. Appreciate that very much. Yeah, we're like, honestly, I don't know if you guys can see it. I don't know what happened. I don't know if it's a change in YouTube's algorithm or it's just one of the videos popped or something like that. I don't know what it is, but we're gaining a ton of subscribers right now. And the views are up as well, which is nice because Oakley's case isn't like a huge case that everyone knows. Usually I'll have to sprinkle in a big case to get us there, to get us moving. But I didn't have to do that. And if I don't have to do that, I won't. And I've told you guys in the past why I've done it. It was to get eyes on the channel because they're searching for certain cases. And by me covering them, it's going to drive traffic to our channel, which will then drive traffic to those more obscure cases. I think 99% of you guys kind of get that already, to be honest with you. Some people will be like, oh, why the fuck are you covering this case? It's not necessarily my favorite case to cover, but it is an unsolved case, and that family deserves justice and answers. But I do like the more obscure ones where nobody wants to cover them. Eat your pizza before it gets cold. You guys want to see what I got? It's leftovers. If anybody's from Rhode Island, this is Laura's Bar and Grill. Okay? I wish you guys were here. You can have some pizza with me. And I haven't been eating unhealthy either because, one, I've been sick, and two, this project, I'll tell you, it's a TV project. You want to look good for TV, so I've been cutting down on the carbs to get down to TV weight, which is under 200 for me. But this is there's some steak and cheese egg rolls in there too, but this is a baked potato pizza. So it's super healthy, right? You got baked potatoes, bacon, cheese, sour cream on a flatbread. So like the fat kid pizza, this is it right here. And if that's not enough, because again, I just filmed this project, so now I'm like, I don't have to be as like on the money with the weight, although I have to still be skinny for the hernia surgery. I got this too, just in case. Death by chocolate cake. Yeah, we're fucking some food up tonight. For sure. I'm excited about it. I'm not gonna lie. I'm excited about it. We're at 99977. Okay, let me answer some of your other questions. What do you got? I live in Texas now. I can't find Texas has horrible pizza. I lived in Texas for a little bit. Very short period of time. Pizza's horrible there. So isn't their Chinese food. Horrible. They got some great Tex-Mex, obviously. You got some great food down there, but just not that. If you haven't subscribed yet, now's your chance. Spoken like a boss, Danielle. Appreciate it. Dairy creates more mucus. You're probably right. Marissa, thank you. You're probably right. But how? I mean, I've had mucus for fucking how long have I been sick, guys? How long have I been sick? I'm eating the cake. I'm doing it. I feel fine. I mean, I can't breathe, but I feel fine. I'm eating the cake, Marissa. Don't do that. Don't do that. Death by chocolate cake. Literally, it's too easy. Drink oregano tea. I mean, there's so many fucking things. I'm trying so much shit. Did you like Boston Rob while you were filming Traitors? Of course. I'm straight up with you guys. If I didn't like someone, I probably wouldn't come right out and say it because I'm just not built like that. I don't look for the drama. Here's what I'll say about Traitors. I'm not best friends with those guys. With some of those guys, because it's not like Big Brother. Like, it's a very quick film, and it's very controlled, and you don't have like downtime where you get super close with people. So I would say I'm friends with a lot of them, but I'm not like BFFs like I was with some of the people coming off Big Brother. But really, I didn't dislike anyone. There's nobody on that show where I'm like, wow, that person was a fucking asshole off camera, or when it wasn't filming. Nothing like that. But like, there's definitely people that I haven't spoken to since Traitors, and I probably won't. Not because we dislike each other, but because we're really different people. We have nothing in common. And if it wasn't for that short period of time on Traitors, we would have never spoken to each other. So nothing negative about them, but like, we're just very different people. like I said, like someone said Tom and Wes. Like Tom, like Wes, I don't dislike anyone. Wes, I actually talked to a decent amount, to be honest with you. He actually texted me the other day and he said, is it bad for me to admit that I actually miss a Big Brother player? And, I like Wes. Me and Wes actually got along really well. He is someone I consider a friend for sure. Boston Rob texted me tonight too when the horse won. So, like I said, I'm cool with a lot of people on there, but like not best friends with all of them. And that's like completely okay. Oh, dude, we just spiked. We're at 99,986. We're definitely hitting it tonight. Have you ever met Johnny Bananas? I have not. Nope. Any thoughts on Karen Reed case? I'm glad that the jury's been selected. Frankly, if you guys have watched my series, then you know how I feel about that case and you know where I stand on it, which is, I wouldn't say not the popular opinion, but it's very divided. I'll be happy when it's over. I will be happy when it's over. I'm sick of hearing about it. I've given my opinions on it. I'm just sick of fucking seeing her, to be honest with you. There's so many more important cases out there. John O'Keefe deserves justice, right? He deserves to have his story told. And the truth is, regardless of the outcome, we'll never get there. People are saying 100K, but I'm still seeing 99986 on mine. So I'm going to go off that because I want to screenshot it. But yeah, I'm just sick of seeing her. I think it's a waste of our resources as far as the true crime community. She deserves to have her due process as well. And so she's going to get that. She's going to get that now. And whatever the outcome is, let's let it be that and let her literally just fucking disappear into existence and never hear about her again. Not for any other reason than it is what it is. There's other cases that need attention moving forward. I hope that I'm saying that right. I mean, like it is what it is. Like it doesn't, it's not to the betterment of our society anymore at this point. It's just causing dissension. Like Casey did, and then she tried to come back on TikTok and she found out real fucking fast that wasn't going to work. Thank you, Thomas. There is DP merch. Yep. If you go on www.officialderrick.com, there's a Detective Perspective t-shirt out. And if you want to grab it, now's the time to grab it because I haven't promoted it and I'm going to record it in this week's episode. I thought I had it, but I don't. Here, I have it somewhere, but I might have worn it to the gym or something. Okay, so we're not there yet, right? We're like 10 away or like 12 away right now. My favorite challenge on the Traitors was the Stonehenge challenge, like climbing up the hill with the heads. That was cool. They were all cool. The Traitors was awesome. Traitors was such a cool experience. I was so apprehensive about going. And once I went, I was so glad that I did. It was a great experience. To go over to Scotland, to meet these people. I mean, as a competitor, you always want to win. But I mean this, the way I went out, that's the way I wanted to go out. If I wasn't going to win the game, I wanted to go out guns blazing and letting you guys know before the edit, hey, trust me, guys, I know what I'm doing. And don't worry, I know who the traitor is. But, you got no power in there as a faithful. Your power is in numbers. And Rob just had more social capital. He just... I don't know what it is, but first and foremost, he had two other traitors with him that are on his side. But also, I think what happened was just there were people in there who personally didn't like Wes. They just liked Rob more than Wes. So unfortunately, it didn't work out in my favor, but I had to take the shot. It's on Peacock, streaming on Peacock. Yeah, Rob is super charismatic, but honestly, I thought I had great relationships with people in there as well. I'm biased. I thought that I had friendships with the same people he did. I truly think it came down to Wes or Rob, and people just liked Rob more than Wes. That's honestly what it came down to. And I was told after the fact, they knew if Wes wasn't the traitor, they were just going to vote Rob out the next night. So they were like, hey, let's get the guy out we don't like, and then we can go after Rob if it's not Wes. Less than 10 away. Oh, we're 1 away. We're 1 away. 99999. I'm going to screenshot this when it happens too. 99999. Boom. Just hit it. Just hit it. 100K. There it is. Got it. Got it. Got it. Beautiful. Thank you, everybody. I really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Round of applause to everybody in here. Really appreciate it. Thank you so much. That's a big one for us. That's a big number. Couldn't have done it without you guys. So thank you so much. That's awesome. That's awesome. And you know what? Congrats to, I don't know if they're watching this or whatever, but I'm sure they'll see it at some point. Congrats to Shannon, who has done all the editing for Detective Perspective. Congrats to Haley, who has done the majority of the script research on there. And also Polly, who's came on as of late and done some cases as well. Takes everybody involved to do it. I could not do it without him. Also Ashley, who posts a lot of the social content and uploads the videos and creates the thumbnails for these videos. Like, you know, I couldn't do it without all of them. So thank you to everybody. And most importantly, thank you to you guys, because not guaranteed. You guys know other people in this space, other quote unquote like reality TV people. They start YouTube channels and they do not grow. They do not grow. It is very, very, very hard to continue to grow on these platforms when there's so many options. So thanks a lot. Really appreciate it. Yeah, who else is coming to CrimeCon? I'll be at CrimeCon. All right, can I take a poll real quick? I'm going to do a poll. Poll time. Hold on. Start a poll. This is an important poll. Obviously, this is a very small sample size, but I'm interested, and I think any of you who are like savvy will know why I'm asking this. But let's see what the result is. Again, there's only 500 people in here. CrimeCon next year for you. I saw you at IDCon many years ago. Awesome. We will be at CrimeCon in Denver for sure. And I'm going to tell you, if you can make it, I would go, because we're doing a double booth. We're going to have all of our merchandise there. We're going to have, we're going all out. So if you can make it to Denver, definitely come. Will CrimeCon ever be on the East Coast? Well, it was in Nashville, which isn't like, you know, full East Coast, but I think it will at some point. I think it's more about like the venues and stuff. So let me, Lindsay Morgan just said, and I'm going to just spoil it here because it's coming. And you guys are literally going to be the first people to hear this, but Detective Perspective and Lorden Arts are very similar. You should collab with John Lorden. So I posted a picture on my social a while ago. Where my studio is, I have the Crime Weekly set, I have Detective Perspective set, and I just spent basically all the money that I've earned in profit on, you know, other than the expenses for Detective Perspective. I just spent it on building a new studio set. And this studio set is an interview style set. I'm going to use it for a few things, and there's going to be a few show concepts that I have in mind, but it's like 2 chairs, a table. Let me even show you a picture here again. I'm still building it. It was a lot of work. It was very expensive, but I'm going to have people like John Lorden, Kendall Ray. I'm going to invite them all to come on and do like an interview style show with them, talking about what they're doing, what their cases they're passionate about, you know, all that good stuff. So that's coming. That's coming. And I'll be asking you guys for recommendations on that for sure. So let me see if I can find this photo here. Got to get rid of my nudes. Kidding. Okay, here's a behind the scenes that you can kind of see. It looks not great right there, but it's going to look great. I promise you. And I think I have a better picture. Here's a better picture for you. This is much more accurate. And there's going to be stuff on the walls and stuff, but anyways, it's coming. It's coming. It's coming. Let me see if this is not really clean, but it's definitely coming. So that'll be 3 shows. 3 shows. Yeah, if you can go to CrimeCon UK, CrimeCon Denver, definitely go. The reason I ask about, I'm going to end this poll. We already had 300 votes of the 500. Thank you, 3%. Is they want me to go to CrimeCon UK, but it's hard. It's hard to get over there. I could do it probably, but it's June 7th and 8th, and I'm having my surgery May 6th. And I just don't know the condition that I'm going to be in. I've heard some people say they're in like a lot of pain after they have that surgery for weeks. So I just don't know. I'm having a hernia operated on. I'm doing the surgery for sure, but the chain around my neck, which you guys probably see me wear a lot, is St. Christopher. So I have this one and I have St. Michael. The St. Michael one's gold. This one's for travel. Hernia surgery. That's how you can tell new people are still coming in here. Having hernia surgery. Yeah. That's what I'm hearing. You will not want to walk through the airport after hernia surgery, but it'll be a month later. It'll be a month later. Am I still going to be like dying? I'm in Warwick. Please come hang out. Come hand out. Come hang out. Not robotic, like a person's doing it. It's in my groin. I'm doing an umbilical surgery. Not umbilical, inguinal surgery. I think it's like 6 weeks. Yeah, I heard everyone's different. Oh, you guys will definitely be seeing the play button. It usually takes YouTube a little bit before they'll send you the email to buy your plate because you have to buy it. But when I get it, I'll let you guys know. I'll have it in the background on one of the sets for sure. It's in London, yeah. Courtroom Confidential. What's up, brother? Guys, definitely, I'm not just saying that because he's in the room. I did an interview with Courtroom Confidential not too long ago. Go check out their YouTube channel. They're great. They have a great platform over there. They actually they reached out to me. I don't know how long ago it was. I want to say, trying to think about it right now, maybe 2 months ago. We were struggling to get it done. And then we did, and that was due to my delay. So definitely go check them out, though. They're great, and they have. Hold on, I'm trying to text someone right now. Yeah, but they everyone see this wasn't planned. You can tell. What was I saying? Oh, Courtroom Confidential. So yes, they reached out. Joshua Ritter does their channel over there. And Josh, I believe, is a former defense attorney, not a prosecutor. I think he's a former defense attorney. If I'm wrong, Josh, you'll correct me, but it's his channel. Go check it out. They do a great job over there. We did a great interview. It was a lot of fun. I'm the only reason you watch the Traitors. Sorry, I didn't win. Apologize. Okay, yeah. Oh, all right. So he's pardon me. former prosecutor, current defense attorney. So he's the bad guy. And I'm just kidding. He's not a bad guy because everyone has the right to a defense. I'm joking. I'm obviously kidding. He went over to the dark side. And I thought I liked you. I'm kidding. Totally kidding, because someone will clip that. Love me on Traitors. Thank you. Thank you, Glenda. Appreciate it. I had hernia surgery after my last C-section, last baby, and I had 3 C-sections. I was all right before a month's time. Okay, so it's going to be close. Thank you. Thank you. I did not tell Stephanie about it. I did not. She'll hear about it. She'll probably make fun of me. So good on Traitors and Big Brother. Did you dirty on Big Brother? I wanted you there till the end. Oh, you mean you did me dirty on Traitors? I won Big Brother. Dirty on Traitors. I mean, listen, they had to get me out. If he didn't take me out, I was going to win. I had figured out who he was. So, you know. Bring Bailey Sarian on for an interview. Listen, I am going to bring on anybody who wants to come on. But I will tell you, I don't have the biggest channel. So, may not be able to get certain people. I'm going to try. I'm going to try to get everyone on. But, you know, I'm not going to. You guys know me well enough to know by now I ain't fucking begging anybody. So we'll see. What will happen is I have some really cool people on. The show will start doing well. And then, you know, the bigger ones will want to come on. I can bring my dogs on for an interview. I can bring my kids on. They for sure. Tenley wants to do a podcast, which is part of the reason I built that set is we're going to be doing something too. She wants to do something, but I said she ain't doing it by herself. My daughters are great. Softball just started. I coached Tenley's team. Peyton's basketball season just ended. Tenley's basketball team actually won states. We went to regionals in Connecticut and lost. But it was a great season. They're back-to-back state champions too. The horse race, Rhonda, we won. First place. First place. First race, first place. I mean, you can't beat that. So that's a great question, Dom. Is it Diamond? Can you say Diamond Dog? It's a great question. I don't know what I'm going to do yet. I honestly don't know what I'm going to do yet about this next channel. I've had internal discussions about it. I don't know if I should start another channel to keep it separate, or I should just do it on here under Derrick Levasseur, and you'll have Detective Perspective and this other thing. I don't know if that will be better. You'll just get more content. Like it'll be Detective Perspective like every week, and then it'll be this other show whenever I have episodes, because it won't be weekly. The horse's name is Exceptionalism. So my first thought is to leave it here, to do it under this, because I'm automatically exposed to 100,000 people. So that would be good. And I think it'll only help this channel grow faster. I think if I start a separate channel again, I mean, I'm starting at zero. You're literally starting at zero. And as much of you guys, there's only 500 people here of the 100,000 subscribed to me. It's going to be hard to get those people over there. Look how long it took me to get here. And that channel won't have as many episodes. So what I'm thinking is same here for now. And if there's a particular concept that like takes off and we want to separate it, then I'll do it. Yeah. One channel, different playlists. That's the way I'm leaning. That's what I'm thinking, like CW, CWN. That's what I'm thinking. It doesn't deter people. It's just going to be more content. You won't have to subscribe to a new channel. If you don't want to watch it, you don't have to. But it at least allows me to use the built-in audience that I have now to give it the best chance to succeed. So, and I think most of you guys will watch that content too. So it's all under one channel. You don't have to subscribe to two. And, I think it might be better just to do it under here. Sounds like a great idea. What advice for new creators? I have just started and no one talks about all the work involved, which I love, but it's a lot. It's so much. It is so much work. People underestimate it all the time. If you want to do it right, it is a ton of work. So much work. And people really don't really think about it until they get out there and kind of have to do it. And it's a crazy amount of work. It's a crazy amount of work. And frankly, it's hard. It's hard when you don't have a built-in audience like I had with Big Brother and Stephanie. And to start from ground zero, it's extremely difficult because the true crime genre is very saturated. But if you love what you do, then you're doing it because you want to do it and you enjoy doing it. And if it grows, great. But if it doesn't, the premise at, the root of it all should be, I'm going to do it regardless of whether someone's watching or not. And if you enjoy doing it, it won't be nearly as difficult to stay consistent, which is, in my opinion, the number one thing. You got to stay consistent. If you put out a couple episodes and then you're gone for a couple weeks and then you put out one more and then you're gone for 3 more weeks, you're never going to grow because people want consistency. And that's another good point Mooney makes is you want to have your own niche. There's a lot of stuff out there now. Everyone's most ideas have been explored. If you can find something that's specific to you that makes your channel different than others, that will also give you the best chance of success. I'll have Paul on. I'm friends with Paul. I'll have Paul at some point. We were at CrimeCon together. I'll have him on for sure. Yeah, I agree. Cuff you, I agree. Are you doing an Easter hoodie for Criminal Coffee? We're unsure. We did the St. Patty's hoodie and it did good. It didn't do great. The Valentine's Day hoodie did amazing. So we're looking at it. I know I need to. Thank you. I will. Criminal coffee flavors. Criminal coffee flavors are coming. We have French vanilla and hazelnut. It's coming. We're working on the bag designs right now. The flavored coffee has already been selected, already been taste tested. It's friggin' amazing. Just got to get it done. And then the bags have to be designed by our company that makes the actual bags. Anything I'm looking forward to. Feeling better would be number one. And then hopefully having a little bit of some downtime. And what I mean by downtime is just no weird little like side quest project things like just recently coming up. So I can just focus on the things that I've had on the burner for a while. Caroline, that's a good one. Updates on Caroline. There's only so much I can say. I will say this. There's been progress in the case. And I'm very hopeful that we'll have some answers for you soon. Figuring out who the person is only one small portion of the battle. The number one goal is to find their family and make sure that we are on the right trail and it's the right person and that we're dotting our I's and crossing our T's, because the last thing I would want to do is give a family false hope. But I can tell you, no bullshit, it's going the right direction. Just got to trust me on that one. but it's not us doing it. Once you hit a certain point, a law enforcement becomes involved, and you kind of just, you're at their mercy. But if law enforcement wasn't involved, that wouldn't be a good thing for the potential of the case. So the fact that they are, just stick with it. Just stick with it. But if it was up to me, we'd have results yesterday. I was in Fort Lauderdale. Miami, we just went to the Miami Heat game. I loved it. It was great. Fort Lauderdale was amazing. I was on Las Olas Road, most of it. I think it was. Am I saying that right? Oh, we got someone from the UK. I was just talking about the UK. Where can your subscribers support your work monetarily other than here? Because we know here they take a huge cut. No, don't worry about it. Just keep watching the channel. We have merchandise and stuff, but listen, I do this because I make a comfortable living with Crime Weekly. Crime Weekly is a lot bigger channel. I have other sources of income too. I do this channel not to make a ton of money, but because, like I said, it's the right thing to do. But just by watching the video and just by, going through the ads, and some of you guys end up buying products from the ads that I put in the shows, that's enough. That's all you got to do. Nothing else. If you want to buy a t-shirt or something like that, go right ahead. But I appreciate you asking, but there's nothing else you have to do. It's all free. You can just watch it and just not bitch about the ads. That's all you got to do. That's good enough for me. It kills me when the people bitch about the ads. It really does. For in our safe space here, it makes no fucking sense to me that people are complaining for an hour video or even a 45-minute video, and they're like, oh my God, there's 2 ads in there, between editors and research writers and script people and the electricity and the rent and all the equipment. Like, do you really think that I could do all that for free for 2 years? Never mind like the sweat equity, like leaving your kids to go to work and film or whatever it is, right? Like all this other shit that like happens, like the research that I put in those hours, like, oh yeah, don't put any ads in it. Just fucking just like it just it's so freaking off-putting for me. It just makes no sense. Like if there was a subscription service and then you're getting ads still, it's like, okay, but it drives me fucking insane not to respond to every one of those comments because it's so idiotic. Yeah, like you watch a movie, like a movie or a TV show, and like there's fucking ads and everything. Crime Feed, I guess you would call it canceled. It's not coming back. They had said they were going to, well, I shouldn't say it's not coming back. They said they're going to reevaluate it after they were going through some changes as a new president there. Warner Brothers Discovery merged together, and they said they were going to revisit it. Well, that was over a year ago. So in my eyes, it's not coming back. But when we ended our season, they usually tell you it's canceled. They didn't tell us it was canceled. Traitors is a reality TV show. It's on Peacock. I won't spoil it for you. It's a game show. Oh, thank you, Jordan. Appreciate that. You're one of the OGs. I know. There is a lot of news about bodies popping up. I wonder what's going on there. Thanks, Stephanie. I was rewatching your season of Big Brother and you look so young. I was young. Well, I was younger. I was 30. Over 10 years ago. I'm bummed about Breaking Homicide too. Me too. I was sad when I got eliminated too. Jesus. A lot of failures in there, right? What up from the Bahamas, Leslie? I'm jealous. We have CW merch. All you got to do is go to crimeweeklypodcast.com. crimeweeklypodcast.com. We have a ton of CW merch over there. Some sick stuff, some sick, cool designs. All right, I'm going to have a piece of pizza. Is that cool? Thumbs up in the chat. That's cool. Anybody else eating right now? Put a pizza emoji in your chat thing if you're eating while watching me. Yeah, we got some pizza emojis in there. Anybody eating anything good? Look at this. Look at this. Looks so good. I'm jacked about this. Looks so good. I will say I'm not pumped about microwaving because it's like softer, but we're you know, beggars can't be choosers. Speaking of ads, hold on a second. I know this is like a super engaging and thought-provoking live. Aren't you so glad that you came to watch me eat pizza and sniff and cough? Aren't you getting so much value out of this? I know. This is amazing. I know. It's like the best live you've ever been to, right? So thought-provoking. I know. You're welcome. Thinking about ads. You guys think we don't use this shit that we promote? I've been doing like heavy electrolytes. Liquid IV is so good. So good. Love Liquid IV. But I've been doing a lot of electrolytes. I've been sleeping a lot. But like, no, seriously, like a lot of people are like, oh, Liquid IV is amazing. You guys have seen it. How many people watch our videos and you'll see them in the comments and they're like, oh, they don't even probably use that stuff or whatever. Now, do we use every single product all the time that we promote? Absolutely not. But it's not only about products we use. It's about stuff we've tried, we think is cool, but someone out there may use it. But yeah, a lot of the stuff like the IQ bars, the Liquid IV, I mean, the daily stuff. My Skylight frame calendar, I live off that thing. Liquid IV is pricey. I won't lie to you. I've only bought a couple bags of it. They do send me free product. I'm never going to lie to you guys. They do send me free product. Here's what I'll say about it being a little bit more pricey. This is the only electrolyte mix that I really use. But I will say, like, when you're consuming something, if it's a higher quality product, if you can tell me that there are cheaper options that taste just as good and are as good for you, because this has some other stuff in it as well, then go with the cheaper option. But I feel like you get what you pay for in most cases. And like, I don't know, it just seems like this is a better quality product. And I feel the difference when I take it. But to each their own. Listen, you know, I don't get paid to promote their stuff like now. I'm just telling you because I'm doing it. No, I haven't tried that. Have I seen anything about the police shooting of a 17-year-old autistic kid? Our community has been protesting, and at the last one a few days ago when he passed, they had snipers posted. I have not heard about that. I have not. What state is that in? Oh, Shannon is in here. I can't highlight it. Shannon just said hello, and I didn't really get my voice back. I'm still sick. But Shannon's in here. Shannon, I will say it while you're sitting here because I didn't know you were going to pop on. I just said it a little while ago. I thanked you and Haley and Polly and Ashley and everybody. You've been with Detective Perspective since the beginning. And to be really candid, Shannon gets paid more on Crime Weekly. And she gets paid more because the show is more, it has more ads, it has all these different things, and we're allowed to do it. But Shannon, because she is as passionate about these cases as I am, and she's a friend, agreed to take a pay cut at a lower rate to do this show because that's what we could afford to make it happen. So Shannon's amazing, and the show wouldn't be possible without her either. So shout out to her, and thank you for helping get this channel to 100K. So yeah, but I already thanked you. Oh, thank you, Shannon. Yeah, it's a good show. It's a good show. It's a good show. But yeah, we're all taking a haircut over on Deep. Trust me, Shannon and I talk about it. We're all yeah, nobody's a multimillionaire off Detective Perspective. That's for damn sure. So when we have those ads in there, Shannon, I was just talking about ads where it's like, that's just keeping the lights on, you know? Eat before it gets cold. You guys are like my moms. I'm gonna. I feel a little like awkward having pizza in my mouth, but fuck it, right? Exactly, 100%, Shannon. Oh my god, it's so good. I wish you guys could taste this. Oh, I just spilled bacon on my laptop. Fuck. So when you smack food in her ear, oh god. I will never let it see the light of day, but the conversations that I have had with Shannon while I'm recording and the amount of noises that have come out of my face over the last 2 or 3 episodes, there's a special place in heaven for Shannon because she gets to see it all and hear it all. You know? God bless her soul. God bless her soul. You would be negative subscribers if I didn't remove all those mouth sounds. There you go. She ain't wrong. Disgusting. Yeah. There you go. And I'll also have like full-fledged conversations with her when I get frustrated. She's not listening. I'm just talking. I'm like, you get so aggravated sometimes, like you don't feel good or whatever. You're tired or whatever. And I'm like, fuck this. I'm going home. I'm done. And then I just continue going anyways. Watching people eat on Big Brother was hilarious. I know. It's kind of cathartic watching people eat. Like when I used to watch the live feeds, I used to love watching my favorite players eat cereal. I could go for cereal right now. I'm so hungry. Really appreciating Shannon's insight in this chat. Yeah. She's the sister I never wanted. Yeah, we covered Ruby Frankie on Crime Weekly. I'm the sister my brothers never wanted either. Shannon will be at CrimeCon. She always is. Shannon will be there. Yeah, listen, this isn't the most entertaining live, but like seriously, you know, I wish I could do these more. But just like you guys, I got kids, life, businesses. opportunities that come up. You got to go places. Then just health. And then just like the daily shit, like doing your fucking laundry, eating, things like that. So I don't get on here enough, but I was like, I made it a point that I was like, listen, when I get close to the 100K, we got to do a live. We got to do a live. So I'm glad that I'm with the people who helped me get here. This is important to me. You know what's next, right? 200K. Red Solo Cup sold them. I love that. You're fucking lying if you're saying you're entertained right now. I'm eating microwave pizza. Preach. I hope Stephanie hits 1 million this year too. She deserves it. What up, big dog? Next to 1 million. Oh, that scares me. It took so long to get to 100,000, but I feel like once you get to 100K, it may get easier. God willing. It was no joke. It was fucking hard to get to 100,000 because it's just a tough, the content's tough because it's not, like I said, like a lot of people who don't know me personally and not invested in me, they don't want the unresolved cases. They don't care about them. So to get people here, it was a slow burn. I mean, we got there in a decent amount of time, like relatively speaking, but it was still almost 2 years. I mean, we've done 84 episodes. Yeah, we're coming up on 84 episodes. That's a lot. You know, it's over a year. Do a live ep for 100. We could try it and just kind of go through it and kind of go off the cuff instead of do like a script or do like bullet points. And I'll just have to try to like really like memorize the case. So I'm not, but I mean, you have the screen there anyways. We could do something cool. We should do a meet and greet. So, okay. I'm spilling all the tea here. Let me ask you guys an opinion on something. And it's so skewed because it's so easy to say yes right now because there's no locking you in. And again, it's only 500 people here, which I like because it's a small sample size, but it's more personal. If Stephanie and I went on tour, did a small, maybe 6 or 7 states, is that something like, you will not hurt my feelings. Is that something where you're like 100 fucking %, I'm coming to it? Let me do a poll. Because I would do maybe like a detective perspective episode and a Crime Weekly episode, and Stephanie could do an episode, you know, something like that. I just put the poll up. A lot of people are doing it. It's not easy to do. It's not easy to do. It's so much work, but we're thinking about it. Yeah, I mean, you guys are like dedicated though. You're sitting here watching me eat pizza, so I don't know if you're the best people to ask because 100% you guys are going to come. Like I said, you're watching me eat fucking pizza. It's expensive. It might not be if it's in your state. Like, okay, depends on where you live. Like if you got to take a flight and stuff, then yeah, it's expensive. I don't know what these tickets are going for. I don't even know how much it costs to put on a show like that. I guess it would depend on the venues, because you have to rent the venues. You have to like pay for them up front. So I guess it would depend on the size of the venue, and then also the production value, like how, like lighting and like smoke and all that shit and furniture and like props and like how in depth it would be. Audio, visual. I think that would dictate how expensive the tickets are. Because we would need to like team up with like a touring company to do it. And so they're going to need money from it. I'm 32. Please no smoke. Well, I mean, it wouldn't be like smoke. It'd be like a little fog running across the stage, you know, something cool. It wouldn't even go to the crowd. Philadelphia. Yeah, it's not happening anytime soon because it just sounds like it'd be so difficult. It sounds like it'd be so hard. So that's kind of the reason. And plus, you know, we'd have to still put out episodes. You know, we'd have to still put out episodes to make sure that we're having content out when we're gone. It'd be tough. Got to figure that one out. When do you need time? Crime Weekly. That's the thing, right? Exactly. Yeah. We did pre-record for Traitors. We could do it. We've done it before. Just joined. Cold's still there, J-Lo or J-Leo. Yeah, we would do some type of stream, or we would definitely record the shows so they could go out as well. For sure. John Ramsey as a guest. I don't think we would do that. I've been to Australia. I love Australia. Ashley Flowers is too big. She has her own like fucking company. My dream guest? I don't really have a true crime dream guest, to be honest with you. Like Tom Brady, you know, but that's not what you guys want to see. I'll get Joe Kenda. I have Joe Kenda's number. Joe knows me. For sure. Paul I could get. Kendall I could get. I've done her show. Any Elise I could get. She's a good friend. Yeah, Kendall and Josh for sure. Love them. Some of these names I don't know what you're saying. I'd have to look them up. Kimberlea, she's a huge fan of Crime Weekly. We can get her. She's a friend. For sure. No, I've never done anything with the behavior panel. Nope. Theo Vaughn, that'd be cool. He'd be funny. Chris Mohandi, obviously, I could get. No problem. I know who Daniel Holland is. I know Paul. Yep. Yep, those guys I could get. I mean, not a guarantee, but I know them. I have their numbers. Like, I can hit them up and be like, yo, come on. Nancy, I know very well, but I don't know if she'd come out to Rhode Island just for that. It might be hard. She's got kids, and she likes to stay home. Yeah, I'll be with the girls for Easter. I'll be hanging. I'd love to have Mr. Ballin on. I'm friends with him on social, on Instagram. He's like Ashley Flowers, though. Like, he's got a business, you know? Like, it's not just a show. He's got a business. So I think someone like him, you got to be bigger to get him, you know? I think he's like someone who looks at, like, the marketing side of it. This isn't a bad thing, but, like, he looks at the reach of what he's doing, and it would have to be worth his while. So I don't know if he's coming on for 100,000 subscriber channel, but could try. Thank you, Allie. Well, I'm going to answer, if I could interview someone who's no longer alive, it would be any of the murder victims that we have to ask them what happened. That'd be great. Oh, my knee's hurting. It's a good one, though, right? You got to admit, it's a good answer. You guys didn't fucking expect that one, did you? Luria was like, shit, fuck, that's a good point. I mean, I wear a hat a lot. My hair is kind of like messy. I mean, I still have my hair. It's all there. But I like wearing a hat. I feel like my hair is all fucked up. But yeah, I like usually wear a hat. I'm not hiding something. The toupee's on. Ugh. Excuse me. Thanks, Jayla. Favorite memory with my family. I have thousands, but favorite memory with my family. I mean, Christmas, every Christmas year when they come down for the tree, that's the best every year, honestly. But I mean, I have like so many like milestones, when they first walk, when they first rode their bike, like all those little things like that you take for granted that they're discovering for the first time, like all of it, I'll tell you a funny story. We were at this hotel in Connecticut, and my daughter's Tenley, her whole team's there. They're 12, 13 years old. And so the parents are downstairs in the lobby. We had ordered like pizzas and we were having a couple of drinks. And the girls were upstairs, like in like a couple rooms, and we're going back and forth between the rooms. And we had given them permission to go up there, which I normally don't leave Tenley alone ever. Let me see. Derrick, I have to ask. You may get asked a lot, so I'm sorry, but when you say else, is your accent that makes it sound like you're saying else, or do you actually say else? No, it's else. Anyone else? Yeah, no, I think it's just my accent. I know how to spell else. Okay, so they're upstairs, and it's late, and one of the moms gets a call from one of their daughters, and she says, "Hey," to her husband. She goes, "Can you go up and check on so and so? Apparently a guy just swore at them in the hallway." And I knew Tenley was with him, so as you would expect, my ass couldn't get up there fast enough. I fucking flew up there, like a guy saying something to my kid. Okay. So we go up there, and it was late, and the girls were we knock on the hotel door that the girls are in. We told them to go in the room and shut the door and wait for us. So the door opens, and Tenley comes out, and she almost forgets like that I'm her dad for a minute. Like she thinks she's with her friends, and she's like, "Yeah, the guy was like, you guys need to get the fuck out of here." And I'm like, "Tenley," and she's like, "Oh, sorry, Dad." I'd never heard her swear before. It like completely broke my heart. I was like, oh my God, that's a first I didn't want to hear. But she said it so fluently and so easily. I know it's not the first time she said it. I'll tell you that much. It came off way too smooth. Way too smooth. Like it just came right off like it was like her saying door. It was like way too familiar for her. But she wasn't even, she was like, yeah, he just said, everyone get the fuck inside. I was like, Tenley, what? I'm like, you're talking to me, dude. And she was like, oh, sorry, Dad. I was like, what the hell just happened? She is my child. Favorite crime con memory? God, I don't even know. Probably involves us drinking. What's your favorite crime con memory, Shannon? They've seen me on Big Brother, yeah. Mm-hmm. Not the whole thing, because they don't really care, but they've seen it. They didn't really care. They still think I'm uncool. Yeah, I agree, Shannon. Caleb's great. No, my siblings do not think I'm cool. Well, Ruben, you coming this year? Thanks, Mr. Romantico. Appreciate it. Yeah, Britt is something, man. Me and Britt. What could have been? Michelle Norris. My next project would be the new podcast show. And this other side thing that I did. It was just a one-off, but it's going to be pretty cool. You guys will be excited. We'll be at CrimeCon. Yep, we'll be at CrimeCon. And I'm still recovering. I'm going to do a chest x-ray tomorrow. Thank you for buying criminal coffee. Thank you, Jesse. I couldn't tell you guys what it is. They'll sue me. Parenting advice, I don't really have any. I'm learning as I go. I just try to be honest with my kids. You know, I let them know that ultimately I'm their dad before their friend, but I always got their back. I really am always holding on to a fucking secret. Yep. Peppermint bark will be back for Christmas for sure. For sure. I love peppermint bark. I can't wait for it to come back. I'm like the internet uncle you never asked for. That's cool. All the answers to hands down Michelle Norris. Mm-hmm. Not even close. CrimeCon is a convention that takes place in different parts of the country every year. It's like all your favorite true crime TV personalities, podcasters, YouTubers, all in one space, and they put on like cool orientation, like speaking things, and they have Podcast Grow where you can meet people, and they have like little seminars you can attend about DNA and interviews and interrogations. It's all things true crime. I think about a lot of the cases often. That's the one struggle with it is like once you finish the case, you still get aggravated. Me and Shannon talk about it all the time. I get aggravated not knowing why we are where we are and why it hasn't been solved, and some of the mistakes that are made that lead to the missing person or the murder, like that were preventable. It puts you in a bad mood. It just puts you in a bad headspace. I often do not leave an episode of Detective Perspective because it's unresolved in a good mood. I'm just like on my drive. I'm usually fine by the end of the drive, but just the drive, you're like, you just get fucking pissed off. Yeah, Oakley Carlson is a good example of it. You know, it's like you're driving home and you're aggravated, and then you move on because you have to. But Crime Weekly case for first time listener. People really like our Lacey Peterson series. There's a lot of good ones. Heyman Lee's a really good one. I don't know. Maybe some people in here can give you some of their favorites. A lot of them, honestly. I do sign some merch orders. The problem is they're getting them out so quickly. I would hate for orders to be delayed because of me, and Stephanie's not in my states where we fulfill the merch. So, it's hard. We do sign things here and there. Or I do sign things here and there, but it's more just random and for the hell of it, and not necessarily because I don't want people paying extra to do it. If we're going to do it, we'll just do it. I don't know if CrimeCon would ever come to Canada. I doubt it would, because we don't put the event on. Red Seat Adventures does, and they're a United States company, so I don't know if they would go outside the States and make their life extremely difficult. The Dan Markle case is a good one. Yep, for sure. That's a good one. That's an interesting case, but that one's solved, right? So it's like we know what's going on with that one, so it's like not as appealing to me personally, because we know we have the answers, or at least we think we have the answers. So that one's not as interesting to me. I'm not gonna lay down. That's weird. Jack the Ripper was a good series. The Karen Reed case, I'm over it. Yeah, I said that earlier. I'm kind of over it. I'm ready to focus on the cases that need the attention. Like, obviously, I want John O'Keefe to get justice based on whatever happened. But for me, I've already given my opinion on what I think about what transpired that night. And at this point, it's just become like a circus. and the water is so muddied at this point, whether she's acquitted or found guilty, it's not going to change the opinions of anyone who currently has an opinion on it. They're going to still hold their ground and say that she either was unjustly convicted or she was unfairly acquitted. She should have been found guilty. So it's like, you know, nobody wins in this one. It's as divided as it is now. It won't like be any less divided when the jury comes to a verdict, if they come to a verdict. I'm going to. That's all we're doing on Detective Perspective. We could mix in a solved case here and there if it leads to something that I want to kind of convey, but no, we've only covered unsolved cases. Yeah, Tiffany Booth, we just covered. That was a good one. Thank you, JB. Thank you. Sebastian Rogers, covered that one. Yep, we covered that here. Yeah, there's over 300 episodes, Crime Weekly, I think. We've done a lot. The Christian Andriac, I can never say that last name right. I haven't covered that one. I've heard those details about it here and there. I have to learn more about it. That may be something we cover at one point for sure. I know a lot of people covered it before. That's definitely a Crime Weekly case, but we'll cover it at some point. We covered Lyric. Yep, Lyric and Elizabeth. Heard someone coughing outside my window. I love watching you, but I'm so old I can barely hear you. Well, I don't know if I can help you there. Well, if Stephanie was here, that'd be a story. That'd be getting the Reddit forums going right there. No, Stephanie is not here at my place. She's in New York. Imagine the Redditors would be going off on that one. I'm not going to call her. It's almost 11 o'clock at night. Yeah, she's probably researching something. She's getting a bunch of episodes out. She's going away for something. We have to record this week as well. Thank you, Alyssa. Favorite hobby? I like fishing, and I really like. I'll show you guys something cool. Well, I think it's cool. You won't think it's cool. You know what I really like doing? 3D printing. Well, first, I'll show you a little show and tell. And then I'm going to go shower because I can feel my throat closing up on me. So, okay. And that one was I had to hand paint that one, a lot of that one to make it look like that. And I hand painted this entire one. That was just bright yellow. And I hand painted it with, well, I didn't hand paint, but I sprayed it to make it look dirty. Same thing over here. Mandalorian and Batman. But no, this is what I was going to show you. Look at my 3D printer. Okay. So here's the cool thing about it. It just looks like a 3D printer for people who don't know. But almost everything you see here, other than like the enclosure, was 3D printed. For example, this little rack that you see here that's adhered to the side, these little pieces here, that rack, I 3D printed it in sections. This whole piece here, other than the metal little tips, 3D printed that. 3D printed the holders, 3D printed this, 3D printed this holder that holds the bottle, scissors. This whole case and these magnet dispensers. 3D printed the entire thing. This whole fucking piece, this whole shelf thing that you see here, including the drawers and like the special dividers that are custom made for all of these pieces, did it all. Same thing here. Designed this all. Built these. These are all 3D printed. All of it. The pieces in here not. But then same thing here. This doesn't have, if anyone knows 3D printers, this printer doesn't come with this display. I 3D printed this whole thing and added this display. This piece here, added it. This handle, added it. All the little extras in there, 3D printed it. Same thing on this side. 3D printed the ruler, the tweezers, all of it. 3D printed. The AMS is not 3D printed. What do you think about that? That's a lot of filament. Those are my colors I have in there right now. So I've been working on like CAD design and stuff. I haven't done it in a while, months. But when I was bored, I bought that and was 3D printing with it. It's my baby. But it really is handy. I 3D printed a lot of useful shit. I couldn't see what you guys were saying. Were you making fun of me or did you like it? Let's see. I'm scrolling back. I am proud. I'm reading all this. I have 2 3D printers, but not as cool as yours. I have a Bamboo A1. A1's really cool. Right? Come on. And the helmets are dope too. Watch it. Look at them when it's dark out. Isn't that cool? I'll show you my vodka, Tommy gun vodka, never opened. And then my chessboard is made out of shell casings. I know. It's cool. I know. I do got to go to bed soon. Somebody asked me what my hobby was. Derrick, I gotta ask, where's the Funko Pop I made of me? Is it the Criminal Coffee one? The one with my blue sleeves? Because if it is, it's at our Criminal Coffee office with Stephanie's. Did not throw those out. Yep, we have them. They're at the office. Sits right on the desk. The little clear stand that holds the guy up. Yeah, 3D printing I would say is my hobby, but it's also like a utility, like it's a skill set because I usually use it for functionality. I'm not like building toys with it. The Frisco track meet stabbing. I need to learn more about it. Me and Stephanie hit on it quick. Such a polarizing topic. I need to know more details. From what I know now, I don't understand why, and I don't know his name. I don't understand why he was bringing a knife to school. Under no circumstances should anyone have a knife at school. If nobody has a knife, then nobody can get stabbed, right? The worst that's going to happen is it's going to be fist to fist. That's for one. I have heard different reports about what happened and what led to it and how it could be a Kamal Anthony, thank you. It could be a self-defense claim. Here's my problem with that. Unless the defense plans on proving that, because from what I've heard, it was one guy who approached Mr. Anthony and told him to get out of the seat and move. he's going to have to convince a jury, or his team is going to have to convince a jury that this one guy was so intimidating that he was in fear of his life. And so he had to use lethal force, right? Florida is a stand your ground state. Articulating an argument to say that this boy, this young man, caused him to be in fear of his life, it's going to be hard. But I see a lot of people making it about race, making it about politics, and that's why I check out. I check out because that's not what it is for me. But yeah, on the surface, if Carmelo doesn't bring a knife to the school, nobody gets stabbed. And you have to ask yourself, if Carmelo genuinely wasn't looking for a problem, why did he bring the knife in the first place? He went to the school with the knife. He didn't know that was going to happen that day. He barely knew this kid. So why did he have it? You know? So that's going to be, yeah, like Diane brings up right now, had he had his life threatened prior? Here's what I'll say, Diane. If there's a story where Carmelo had his life threatened prior by this particular individual, maybe. But regardless, it's against the policies of the school, and I don't know the length of the knife, but more than likely it's against the law to have a knife over 3 inches. So really not going to be a justification for it. But that's just my uninformed thoughts on it without knowing all the details. It's going to be a good argument. And again, it's going to be another one of those cases where people are making it about race, when in reality, it's about two humans. One brought a knife to school. And to be frankly honest with you, if what I'm hearing is true, the victim in this case also decided to put their nose into something that they shouldn't have. I don't know that to be true. We have to find out. But it sounds like this basically, there were no assigned seating, and this guy was like, hey, you got to move. That's my seat. If that's what happened, he does not deserve to be stabbed. But it goes back to the point of just everyone mind your fucking business and get along, because you never know who you're fucking with, what mental state they're in, and what they have on them. So regardless of how big or strong you are, the ultimate equalizer is a weapon. So just mind your fucking business. It's not that serious over seat, correct. But again, I got to know the details. But hypothetically, what's the gentleman's name that was stabbed? Because I know Carmelo's name now. Let me go by the other one so I'm not seeing like I'm skewed here. Austin. If we learn through impartial witnesses that Carmelo was sitting in a seat that was not assigned, like anyone could sit anywhere. We've all been in that situation where you sit at a lunch table or whatever, that's like the same people. Carmelo's sitting in a chair where like the team's sitting, and it wasn't assigned sitting, and Carmelo was technically allowed to sit there. And Austin went over into him and said, hey, buddy, get out of the seat. You got to go. That's our team seat. Get out of here. And Austin didn't have the right or authority or was in the place to say that. Still doesn't justify what happened. But it does point it to the fact that it wouldn't have happened if everyone would just stay to themselves. And again, conversely, just so I'm covering both sides, if Carmelo doesn't bring the knife to school, maybe they get into a fist fight right there, but nobody dies. So it's a tragic set of circumstances, absolutely preventable. There were no assigned seating at the track meets. Yeah. So, right, like I said, it's unreasonable use of force, hands down. I don't know. I don't think you can prove self-defense unless Carmelo says 5 of them started to punch on him or beat him up or whatever. Like if it's just one-on-one, and from what I understand, Austin's like a good-sized kid, but not too much bigger than Carmelo Anthony. Yeah, good luck with that one. I don't see it working. The precedent it would set, you know? Illegally bring a knife to school, stab someone with it, but because, you know, you were in fear, doesn't work like that. He was in the opposing team's tent. So, Kristen, is what you're saying is that Carmelo went and sat in the opposing team's tent to just fuck with him? Like, was he trying to start shit? This is your word, not mine. I don't know it, but is that what you're saying, Kristen? That's interesting if it's true. I would think he would have to say if he was scared, as if he would have had to think that if he and when he stabbed one, the others would jump in. Yeah, like also Carmelo could have walked away, right? He did go in their tent to sit, but not sure why. That is the question, right? Did he go there? Like, let's say another. We can dive into this, and really kind of extrapolate out from it. But if it's learned that Carmelo intentionally went in the other tent to provoke them, which led to a confrontation, which led to Carmelo stabbing one of them, Carmelo's fucked. Right? Right? So all that context matters. And I don't have it. I haven't researched it. So I don't know. Did it happen in Texas or Florida? Someone just said Texas. Was it Texas or Florida? Similar states as far as self-defense, but I'm just curious. Texas, yeah, same thing though. Same thing. He said, touch me and see what happens. So the victim touched him and then it escalated. Well, you can't stab someone for touching you. And also that could be provoking. It's like, I think Carmelo's in trouble. If you stab someone, you have to know the intent there is to kill them. Like you have to know it's lethal force. So if you're asking my opinion just on the limited information I have, I don't see how Carmelo walks away from this without serving time. I don't see how he walks away from it without serving time. You'd have to prove self-defense, which is, do I think it's first-degree murder? I think it would depend on where he stabbed him. If he stabbed him in the arm, then maybe you could say he was just trying to hurt him, but I'm pretty sure he stabbed him in the chest. That's why he killed him. So yeah, I think that's first-degree murder. If you're stabbing someone, you have to know that it can result in death, and therefore the intent, the malice is death, and you're using a weapon that can produce death. So yeah, stabbed him in the heart. I didn't know that till I just saw it. If that's true, he stabbed him in the fucking heart. Do you think that you need for first degree murder, you need to prove intent? Do you think stabbing someone in the chest, in the heart, is intent? What do you guys think? If you're on the jury and they say he stabbed him in the heart, what do you think his intention was in that moment? You decide. I'm not trying to convince anyone. Now, if he stabbed him in the arm or the leg and he bled out because he cut an artery, maybe a better argument like, yeah, I was just trying to get him off of me. And you don't need, well, you do. You do need premeditation. Bringing the knife to the school, going into the opposing team's tent could be interpreted as premeditation. He didn't know who he was going to stab, but he was looking for someone to stab. That's the argument the prosecution will make. And bringing that weapon to a no weapon zone, not a good look. Yeah, if he's going in the opposing tent, he's looking for a fucking problem. And if he has a knife on him, he knows he's going to use it. Well, he got his problem. Unfortunately, now he's probably going to lose his freedom for it. Yeah, it's like Christy just said. Does anyone know why he went to the other tent? These are the questions. He's obviously going to have a different story for it. It's going to come down to the other witnesses. Touch me and see what happens. Premeditated. I would agree with that. You only need a half a second. Thank you, Violet. Oh, thanks for being here from the down under. And by the way, let's preface this by saying we don't know all the details yet. A lot has been released, but let's see what the actual court documents tell us. You know? But by no means is this about black or white. This is about two men or two young men having egos and one going there, in my opinion, looking for a problem. What has been, John, mention it. What has been, if any, is anyone going to mention what has been purchased with the funds that were raised for his defense funds? Spill the beans. Well, race is a part of it in this conversation, but I don't think in that moment it was, you know? I don't know what Austin was thinking, but it looks like, you know, it was a situation where you had someone going into your adversary or your competitor coming in your tent trying to disrespect you. And we see it on college football fields all the time. They'll go to the 50-yard line and like put their flag down. You know, it's going to get heated. Yeah, like I think Voice of the Voiceless has kind of worded it perfectly. He took a weapon. He was trying to seek a fight, stabbed him in the heart. They bought a house. He was charged with first degree. Yeah, I think that's appropriate. Does that remove the self-defense claim? No, I don't think it does. Just that alone. He's going to have to explain why he was in fear of his life. But someone has to be convinced that that's a reasonable excuse to be in fear of your life. Now, if he had not brought a knife and the guy surrounded him and he grabbed a glass bottle on the table and stabbed someone with it, he broke it and stabbed someone with it in that moment, you can make an argument he was surrounded by people. He grabbed something nearby to protect himself and someone unfortunately died. He brought a knife to the school, allegedly went in the opposing team's tent, sat down in the spot that technically wasn't his spot, and then told him, if you touch me, see what happens. People in the comments are saying the defense fund bought a house. That can't be true. I have no problem with the funds being raised. People can donate money to whatever they want. $300,000 for defense. Why don't we raise $300,000 for some of these cold cases involving missing kids? Why don't we raise $300,000 for all these DNA tests that need to be done? Why don't we raise $300,000 for poster boards and tip lines and rewards to get more information about unsolved cases? But listen, people have the right to donate their money wherever they want to donate it to. That's the truth. It's your money. You can do what you want. People are saying they bought a house. That can't be true. That can't be true. Said he was going to buy a house. There's no way. I refuse to believe that. I know he's out on bond. By the way, my laptop is gonna die in about 5 minutes, and I could technically plug it in, but I've been on 2 hours, and I should go to sleep. I got to shower and stuff, but apparently they relocated. I can understand the relocation and having to get a place. We'll have to see how that one plays out. Delana, everyone tells me, Ashley, everyone says I need to go on more, but again, it's life, Like the reality is I still have to get off this laptop. And by the way, I'm not complaining. I love the fact that I was on here with you guys, but I have to get off here, I have to do my laundry, I have to take a shower, take my meds. Tomorrow, I got to go get my chest exam. Then I have to record Detective Perspective. I have to try to get it as early as possible to Shannon so she can edit it. Yeah, it's a lot. We have coffee stuff going on. K-Cups are arriving. But I do need to get on more lives. There's no doubt about it. We usually record Crime Weekly on Mondays. Oh, address the poll before bed. Okay. The tour, 91% of you said you'd go. So that's crazy. I mean, but you guys, as much as I value your opinion, which, the 667 votes is only 500 people in the room, you guys are the exception to the rule because we need more than that to go to have it be worth it, right? But I do think we'd have more people than that go. I think we're going to do it at some point. We might just do like 3 stops to see how it goes and then go from there. Then don't do a poll. I'll do a poll whenever I want to do it. I wanted to see your numbers. I wanted to see what it was, but it's a small sample size. Okay. I love a poll. Park Theater, I do know the owner of Park Theater. That's an option. Exactly. You guys are my guinea pigs. Okay, you're all telling me to go get some rest. Okay, so final words. Seriously, real quick. I appreciate you guys so much. There was a real possibility that when I started Detective Perspective, if nobody watches it, then there's no Detective Perspective, because if I had done it and it just was like fizzling out and there's a couple hundred people watching it, the juice isn't worth the squeeze. I needed to have an audience so that I could get advertisers and I could pay the minimum bills that are there and support what we're doing and continue doing it. And not only are we doing that, but we're growing it. And as I said, when I first started the live, like there's no way around it. It sounds cliche, like, oh, it wouldn't be possible without you guys. No, it literally wouldn't. Like if nobody watches the show, there is no show. You guys make or break it. You decide who sinks and who swims in true crime. That's the crazy part. Like if you don't like someone and you want to shut them down, don't listen to them. Don't hate watch them, because that's what will really kill them. So I appreciate you all so much for supporting me, not only on Detective Perspective, but everything that I have going on, and allowing me to continue to do this. And 100K, that's a big number. That is not a small feat. And so I appreciate you guys so much. I do apologize that this was basically just me chilling at my house, but I think we had a pretty good time, answered some questions, and I will do it again. I promise you. So everyone, as always, stay safe out there. Don't get pneumonia. And I'll see you guys really soon. Detective Perspective later this week. Promise. Night.